Welcome back to the LTS, guys. Your host Duncan in studio. It's the boys. Let them introduce themselves and let's get into this.
Yeah, Sean right here.
Organ right here.
Sean Wright.
Mm.
Yeah, man. On today's episode, we shall be talking about the Champions League and, in particular, the Champions League final. Arsenal falling to the defending champions in PSG. Guys doing a back-to-back now. Luis Enrique looks like he's coming for Pep's title, at least arguably being the greatest coach in modern history. Yeah, guys, how was the final, man?
Man, Arsenal had us on the ropes, to be
Okay.
honest, man. In the first 5 minutes,
Yeah.
I didn't expect it, but I knew for sure Havertz would have something to say because usually that guy is clutch and comes up in big moments.
Yeah.
So he was the guy I was fearing, and long and behold, first 6 minutes, which was a well taken goal, man.
Yeah.
Can't take anything away from him. But thankfully, man, PSG got back into this game.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to be honest, Arsenal had a really good first half. The way they, crowded their midfield and very hard to break down. I think PSG's first shot on target was, I think, the penalty even,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. So, man, I would like to credit Arsenal because they really fought till the end. But yeah, better team on that day, I think, won. And I think PSG deserved to go away with something for sure. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about him saying PSG deserved it, man?
Yeah,
Did they really deserve it?
they really walked into it, the favorites.
Yeah.
Like their past performance from Bayern,
Mm.
but that was still we don't understate it because walking into the final against Arsenal, understand the Arsenal that they played is this Arsenal of 2026. The January, the philosophy, the way they have been playing, a very compact mid block and a very compact low block. Yeah, and PSG really tried to bait them because what PSG was looking at more was to try to see how to get them to press them so that they can beat them off and probably unlock Kvaratskhelia. That is why I think we saw Due coming to make that assistant, that link-up play. But Arsenal was so good, especially in the first half.
Yeah.
And when they got that early goal, it was a testament to now how resilient their defense has been the entire season. I think that was like the true testimony of the resilience of Arsenal's defense in the first half.
I think this game really exemplified like attack versus defense because at a certain point they really had like a possession of what 22%, 26, I think. So PSG real had the ball, and as you said, they really had a mid block. They weren't getting baited into that fast man press. So just stay in, stay compact. Don't allow the spaces in the middle because if you have to look at the way PSG breaks down teams, right? Most of their front three they're so fluid and versatile. They can drop in into the middle section to actually pick up balls, but Arsenal had so many people in there, you really had no space to find any space. So Dembele had to come out. Uh, all of them had to come out of the shell to at least try and play through that whole mid block and low block, as Logan said. So I think kudos to Arteta because it looked like he had a game plan and it actually worked.
Yeah, it looked like it was working.
So
actually.
it proper worked, and man, they was that close, bro. They was
so
that close.
I mean, I have a lot of respect for Arteta right
Yeah,
now,
man.
to be honest, because
Big up
even
to
the
the
way
guy.
they played in that first half, like
Yeah.
I think like he really got his game plan right in
Yeah.
that first half. And I think Enrique made some tweaks in the second half because I saw Vitinha moving much forward
Yeah.
in the second half, trying to I think look for spaces, trying to override one of the wings. I mean, they tried different things, and finally they got in and then got that penalty finally. And and from then on it was more PSG, I guess. I don't think. I mean, Arsenal had some looks, but I really think it was more of a PSG game. I mean, if you saw João Neves talking after the game saying one team came up to play. I mean, a bit harsh on Arsenal because defending is also part of the game, man. And they defended well, man. Especially the wingers. They didn't allow any of the PSG wingers to just have a 1v1. I could see Saka drop back, Trossard also dropping back, like helping out their teammates. I think the wingers really did their work defensively.
I think in my view, I feel like Arteta I think the game got away from him in a bit because he should have looked at the pens. Because there's no way, right? I'm giving my 5th penalty to Gabriel, the centre back.
Yeah,
Like
that was
he would have been at least one of the first takers if he was going to take a penalty, right? The first 3, put him in the first 3. At least leave Dekers to be the 5th man, because if, like, let's say he had missed his pen earlier on, then Dekers would have been the 5th guy at least.
And then he would have scored. Yeah. I actually there's this thing where the best penalty taker usually starts first, but I think the best guy should be the 5th guy.
Exactly. That's my view as well.
But usually teams like to start, to set the pace. That's how teams usually start. But like if you're to miss a penalty, I think it should
be one of the first ones.
Yeah, it has to be one of the first ones.
Yeah,
that's what I would think. So when I saw Goika is going up, I was like, "How? Of course he's good, because Goika is a very good penalty taker." So
I don't think I expected that balance, because if Gyökeres is 1, then I would leave like a Decker as in number 5.
Yeah.
You get it?
But like for a defender,
like centre back to be my deciding.
But apparently Arteta said they had been rehearsing penalties all week, and they had decided Gabriel was going to take the last one.
Okay.
Which it's very questionable, but like
probably in training he was taking them, and he was netting them. Unfortunately, it didn't.
But now it's a very different situation with all those fans. I don't even know, like 80k guys.
But
whole world is watching. There's much more pressure.
When you look at those
penalties,
clearly, when you look at Arteta's game plan, to a certain extent, they didn't want to get to penalties. They really wanted to keep it, because by the time that they got to the penalty taking, the players that you need to take those penalties are out of the game.
Havertz, Saka.
Havertz is out of the game. Saka,
prime penalty taker.
Your captain Odegaard is out of it. Those are people who now you would feel definitely Gabriel is a very, very big central figure to the dressing room, and he has a lot of influence. And for somebody in those moments, you expect him to take that challenge and seize it. The only thing is, with his position and the players who are after him, these players are the ones who you would feel should have taken it then. But it also goes back. It shows you the beauty of strength in depth, because when everything looks like PSG was starting to really, really impose themselves, he changed everything. Bringing on Gyökeres, making so many changes. Martinelli, Madueke, bringing on an entirely different.
Actually, max out all his subs, and Hincapié had to play on one leg in the last few minutes.
And really, really, but all the nature in which he made those substitutions was also a little bit drastic.
That's the thing.
It was a little bit drastic. So it looks like he was looking for those moments while still in the game, with the energy of the players that are in that game. They are fit and they are fresh, to try to see how to grind out a result without it going. Because once they got to penalties, now your distinctive penalty takers, they're not there. Definitely, we shall argue for others, but still, the ones who you want to be the central people taking them are not there. So that also caused a problem for the entire system and how they approached the penalty taking. A little harsh on Eze. I felt like he, gearing up into his penalty, that stop just ruined everything. He put a lot more weight on it, and it went out. And that is where now the morale started changing. David Raya kept them in the game, which was
because he saved his penalty
just right after. And it meant a lot.
And then
to bring back.
Deck scored, so it was now back to 2-2, I think, at that point.
They had already been hurt. They had already been hurt. And remember, penalties, it is very, very psychological. They had already tested now.
Switch can flip like
now that. It can change. Anywhere, it's going anywhere. So by the time Gabriel is walking up to it, and the commentator is like,
pressure
now, this is match point. The pressure is on
the last breath he did. I'm like, okay.
And there I'm watching at the same time. Finally, I'm listening to Mark Goldbridge, and there he is walking for Gabriel. He's walking up to his penalty, and he's like, Gabriel, this is Arsenal through and through, the same way John Terry was for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I just said John Terry, he's missed it.
Man, that was he gave John Terry.
Proper Terry else,
Just-
bro.
But
And just said it the same side Terry
Yeah.
said it there,
Oh my
bro.
God. But you could say maybe Terry slipped, man. For him, it took
At least he even hit the bar, bro.
yeah.
Gabriel
man.
skied him, bro.
But
Oh,
I
bro.
think Arteta blended with the way he positioned
Yeah.
those penalty takers. Because Gabriel shouldn't be the last one being.
Ain't no
yeah.
way he's the last.
At least if it reached like the sixth penalty,
Yeah.
those real sudden.
Yeah,
things,
at least
then you're like,
be
oh,
forced for him to
Yeah,
take like
yeah.
don't give him
But
the
when
opportunity.
still
Just
have-
take
I know,
it, like please.
But which other options did they have at that
Bro,
time?
Zubimendi is in there. Who else? Timber. Some guys who can
Maybe
take
they're not
pens.
guaranteed. With the way they had been practicing, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
me,
might
I
get
just
it
feel
for
like
practice.
Deckers should have been the fifth guy.
Yeah.
Again, like
Mm.
if there's a guy I can give a high tension moment right now in that Arsenal team, it's Deckers or Gyökeres.
Gyökeres.
You get it?
I would
So
go
one of the
Gyökeres
two.
take the last
And
penalty.
Gyökeres was the first one to set the precedent. So Gyökeres had
Because
has to be
Gyökeres
Deckers in
positions those penalties so well, and even if you dive the right way, it's so
Yeah,
hot. You're most
you're
probably
not
going to
getting it.
get it. So I would have started. I would have put him at the end.
Did Madueke take?
No,
It was
but Martinelli also
Martinelli.
didn't take.
Martinelli took.
Martinelli took.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and it was a
Martinelli took.
very
yeah.
nice one.
Oh
bro.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
man.
yes. It was a
Very-
nice penalty.
He actually shocked me. I was like, Martinelli might be the guy to give us an. But Eze, man, otherwise.
Yeah, Eze was a disappointing.
Yeah,
It was
Papa
very disappointing.
gave your guys
that
there,
one,
man.
which really put me
Guys,
off.
guys carried you to the final and you
I know.
couldn't even do your job. What? A bit harsh, but man,
Yeah,
I guess it is what it is.
it
man.
is what it is, man.
But
Penalties
if,
are harsh
yeah,
like
if,
that.
if we could look into some of the key top players in this final, who would it be from each side?
Definitely, hands down, it has to be Declan Rice.
From
Rice.
Arsenal side.
Declan Rice ran that pitch. He covered every blade of grass. Everything about that game was Declan Rice.
Mm.
The way they were compact in the midfield, that mid block, it was Declan Rice. Remember, they removed Odegaard, they put other people around, but still it
Yeah.
remained Declan Rice trying to grind it out,
Mm.
and he kept it really, 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 really solid. I mean, the Vitinha had a really good
yeah,
game.
Vitinha also had a really
Vitinha
good
had a
game.
really good game. João Neves was all over the place.
Mm.
So good, like midfield maestro, box to box. He was all over. But Declan Rice really, really, really showed us, I think, since the season began, because there were certain moments where there had been like a drop off in the quality,
Mm.
but walking into this final, Declan Rice was Arsenal through and through, and he fought for the team. He really fought for the team, and for me, I give it to Declan Rice.
Okay, so Arsenal perspective, Declan Rice. Is there anyone? Any other?
I mean, I have to shout out Havertz, man. That was a well
Big
taken
guy.
goal also, man. I have to shout out Havertz also, man.
The only guy who had experienced a Champions League final, I guess, and he delivered.
Yeah, and he
the
delivered, man.
experience.
He delivered.
But
Yeah.
remember, the goal also came under scrutinable circumstances.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
clearance
The
against
clearance,
Clearance.
of
I feel like that there's no way the ref is calling that one back, because if you're clearing the ball towards me, right, like if my arms are on my body, like ain't no way that is.
Yeah,
Send
I
us your
think it
position.
would have been harsh
Yeah,
to
too harsh.
to have,
It would have been
yeah,
harsh.
because
Too harsh.
when Arsenal scored, I didn't even
Yeah.
try to like scrutinize.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Was
let
a fair
them
goal.
let them have that.
To
one.
be, I was a bit disappointed in the keeper because like in that
Oh,
moment,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Before,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's no way you can be beaten on the near post up, especially because at least one arm should be up and then one arm should be covering the side. In most cases,
But it
right?
was hot.
It
It
was
was
hot.
one
had
hell of
this
a hot
person-
shot.
It's Havertz, man. He has that
Yeah.
technique. So
Yeah.
you can't just rule
Give
it
him that
out.
Sergio Aguero shot.
No,
and then,
put
yeah.
it there. Put
Yeah.
it right
Aguero
there.
used to be the
And let's see
master
if
of
we
that
get
finish.
it.
Yeah, that was an Aguero finish actually. That was so hot.
Bullet hit on the near post, bro,
Mhm.
right above the keeper,
Mhm.
man.
But if you're
What
to
a
pick
goal.
a PSG player was outstanding?
Has to be
Vitinha.
It has to be
Vitinha.
Vitinha. It has to be Vitinha.
Has to be
Vitinha
Vitinha.
played well.
Ruben João Neves also had a really good game.
Yeah.
Nuno Mendes struggled with Saka
Nuno
in the
Mendes
beginning.
struggled a bit.
But when he got into rhythm with Saka, he really got him. I think there were times in the second half before Saka got substituted, he was trying to do the same thing, get back on his left, cut back and aim for that far post.
He was over trying to force
he
it.
kept getting him, he really kept getting him.
Kept blocking him.
Hakimi
kept
also
blocking
needs
him.
a shout out.
Yeah.
Hakimi was mad. Hakimi ran right. He really kept it afloat.
For a guy who was injured,
William Pacho doing the dirty work as always for Marquinhos. We give him that. Because Marquinhos really.
But Marquinhos also had a really good blocking that game.
Yeah, he had a good goal.
There's a blocking block. Havertz is showing. Havertz was in.
Yeah. But Desiree Doué.
Yeah.
We come back to Desiree Doué. Desiree Doué was really good. Actually, he's the only player, the PSG player, the only attacker that stayed on the pitch after, and he kept the production.
I think
to me,
the levels to which their front three normally plays, this was one of their worst games. Like they couldn't really do anything. Most of them tried double shots, try and cut back and shoot Dembele.
Especially first half,
guys were blocking.
It looked like they had no answers.
Coverage, they had him in the pocket. The only time he escaped was that penalty incident. He had one chance to escape and he actually used it. So I guess a big shout out to him. But to me, the levels he normally plays at, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it. But still, he really came in because they needed to find a way to break Arsenal. And I think in part of like how they were assessing the game, they realized one of the easiest way to do it was just to overload one flank. I think that is when they all just went and put all their abilities on Mosquera and Saka. That is why they all ended up getting cards. And they started using that against them till they got to the penalty. So you also give them hats off to them for identifying the weak points in the team. Because when I was watching the game, the minute Mosquera got that yellow card, I already started calling for Timber to walk into that pitch. Because Mosquera is not tried at this level. I think this is the biggest game of his career. Once you have that lapse in concentration, a yellow card makes it worse. It makes it worse. So to be able to contain somebody like Kvaratskhelia, at the same time also trying to be a route out for your team, it becomes an issue. And because of that, he really needed to come out. At least Timber would have gotten in there and tried to reset the entire thing so that Kvaratskhelia can do something. Because even Kvaratskhelia, you could see he was starting to burn out.
They had him on low, low.
Yeah, but man, credit team, he got that penalty for them when they started entering their box, Arsenal box finally.
Unfortunately, every time PSG was seeing, it looked like they were climbing up a mountain, the refs always try and throw them something. Because in the Bayern game, they slid them that pen to get them back into the game. In this Arsenal game, still slid them another pen. So
the pen
I guess it's also their luck.
But the pen was justified.
Because for you to be a champion, you also have to have some luck on your side.
That's true.
And that's the luck.
There's some goals that
will
be 50-50 that have to go your way. That's why it comes in.
So, kudos. I guess the best team won because most of us had called PSG winning this.
I mean, even if you look at PSG's journey to the final, it would have kind of been unfair if they just lost that final because
especially in
they have been beating teams left, right. I mean, Chelsea, Liverpool. They went toe-to-toe with Bayern. They fought a lot with Bayern and came out on top. So, I think they deserved winners for sure.
True.
And if you look at their route to the final and compare it to Arsenal's, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Arsenal, but clearly these PSG guys went to the tougher route.
But to Arsenal guys, man, I feel like you guys have been digging for a minute. Just keep digging because you dug for the Prem. Just keep digging for the Champions League. I guess,
like trolling aside, hate watching aside, man, Arteta is building something very serious.
Scary hours.
That defense and the way he sets up the midfield just in front of the defense, man. They are well drilled.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't even deny that,
He's
man.
definitely onto something.
Definitely. They continue like this, they're definitely
back
winning
to the
at
drawing
something.
board,
Yeah.
and they work on, working on that attack, getting it to perform at its
Maximize.
level again.
Yeah.
We need Saka. We need at least a 20 goal contributing Saka.
I feel like they need a proper.
With a proper
They
left
need
winger.
two wingers.
They need a proper left winger.
Yeah.
One of Tinelli Trossard just needs to. That's
Yeah.
to boot.
Man, I guess they have a big summer coming up, man. But guys, thanks for watching. That's been us from studio. Peace out.